Hey guys, this is just a video specifically for tectonics Bigfoot because we're having a really interesting debate right now, and I wanted to show him my evidence for Antarctica and the areas around it matching up with the North Pole area. And I just want to thank him again for taking the time to talk about this because I get so tired of fighting with trolls that have no idea what they're talking about. So I'm really grateful for this, and I can't wait to see how this turns out. Okay, first I want to show you that well, here's the North Pole area, and here's the Antarctica area, and I want you to pay attention to these deformations right here, which I claim this is the vortex. This is just part of it, and this is one layer of it, and this is the turbulence that it creates. And already you can see it lining up right there. I didn't even plan on that, but what I was going to show you is that means that this lines up with that, because this lines up with here. Now, but just give me a few, I have to still warm up with this. I'm not even sure where I'm going with this. Okay, so, and then of course, see how this is how the reoccurring patterns work. They reoccur everywhere, and that's strong evidence because they see how it relines up. And then of course this is going to be part of it. It'll always fit in the, hold on, there we go. I had to highlight the mountain peaks here, right here, so that you can see that it matches these features right here, which is basically like a fingerprint matching a fingerprint, or a rifling matching the barrel, because you can see that the features are lining up exactly with the peaks. See how it's like scalloped here or whatever? Well, you can see what did it. You could tell that these are related. And remember, this is opposite sides. These are polar opposites. In plate tectonics, there should be no reason why that would match that, like a bite mark. And it does it again. And you can even see that these marks line up there too, right there, even though it's faint. You see how they match though? See how you got that circular pattern? Not just there, but here too. And this is a subduction zone. This is literally crossing a subduction zone too, as it spills over. See how it lines up again? Okay, see how it lines up here? Then it goes over, it spills over, and then you'll notice something happens here. This rotates into here. See? See how that matches up? Right there too. The teeth marks. So but the interesting part, check this out, well, is this thing right here, this turbulence. See how it fits there, but also fits somewhere else. This turbulence is what I claim is actually the vortex, and I want to show you more evidence of that. You can see right here, here's Antarctica, and here's that turbulence coming off into the nice shape of a vortex that comes down to a point. Now I want to show you, here's the North Pole area, and I'm not sure if this is gonna, okay, let's see if I can do this right. I know I wanted to highlight this with a pen, but I don't really have time, and I really want tectonics, or Bigfoot tectonics, to check this out in a reasonable amount of time. I don't want to make him wait all day while I draw this in by hand, so just bear with me on this one. Okay, so there's these peaks or whatever right here. And I think, yeah, here we go. I think this is what I want to do, is match these up here to start with, because this is reoccurring, which means that it's going to be everywhere. So when it matches here and I move it over, you can see that Greenland matches in here. You can see how this follows the beveled areas. These probably give clues to what the inside of the continent looks like, as this, what would normally be labeled as a fault, I'm claiming is the inner part of the vortex, follows. When I line it up here, see, I think I might have to rotate this a little bit, I'm not sure, but actually maybe not. I think it's close enough, even though like it doesn't, okay, it matches, even though this isn't this, if this is a straight line, you can see this other stuff here matches the background, I hope. Okay, how that point goes up into there. You can see these markings just seem to play with the background, especially with Iceland. And you can see that this is the mid-Atlantic ridge, but it disappears in this area right here, it seems like. And you got this, and let me bring this back over, line this up again. Well, that's going to go in there, I can tell you that. What's trippy is how when you line these certain things up, it just keeps continually showing other alignments. God, I hate this thing. That goes like that, and then when it goes like that, you can see that this hits Iceland and just goes off in a whole different direction. And as you bring this up, it still fits this whole thing. It still keeps telling the story with alignments here. And there's so many that it can't be coincidental. This is moving. This is observable, and it's predictable, which is another thing about theories, is that it has to predict stuff. And it does. It just keeps predicting alignments because of the movement. And when you rotate this, it just keeps telling the story. You can see how this follows this. There's a pathway kind of it's following here next to the mid-Atlantic ridge. we go. This discharge off of Africa now is playing into things too. This is, I believe this discharge is actually has to do with the flipping, but you can see, look how it's still lining up. These alignments are too numerous to be coincidence. I couldn't take a section of Mars and overlay this and it wouldn't match anything. I've done it, believe it or not, just to make sure. See how it fits into that area right there, and it just keeps going. And then somewhere along the line it's going to flip. It just does that. This is the whole thing, is it's corkscrewing. But see, what I believe is going on here is that these surface features are revealing what was happening when there wasn't a planet. And this is traveling straight south and creating the planet as it goes. Because I believe this is the core. This is a result of the core of the planet. And it happens to be on the surface because it's the first thing that was created. You get what I'm saying? It was the first part of the planet that was created, and so therefore it's on the surface. As the newer stuff would be closer to the core because it'd be the last thing that was created by it. Okay, I don't want this video to take too long, but there's hundreds of alignments here, over and over again, and I'm sure I'm not showing you the best ones, but these are really good right here. Look, you can see how this all fits in. Okay, this video is unedited, so you're gonna have to bear with me. It's just making it as I go, and I wanted to show you that here's another alignment between Antarctica and the North Pole area, and you can see that when I put that in here, you can see that this aligns. See right in here, and then you can see this point right here. You can see the twisting in here, by the way. That's what all this is about. You see how it lines up with the point? And then see, we're kind of exploring this together here, because it's been a while since I've messed with this area. So I'm kind of, and every time I do this, I always find something new anyways. So it's kind of cool that I'm doing this unedited, so you can see the realism about this. You can see that I mean, it's gonna be hard to lie or fake any of this if I'm doing this in the moment. You know what I mean? So you can see these align. This is what happens to me every day when I'm working on this. Is I will move these around and I'll just find more and more alignments. It never ends. It's an ongoing process that every day is something new, and it reveals a lot about our planet too when I do it. Each time I do it, and then what I try to do is I try to make a video for you guys that shows it, but a lot of the times I can't even show you everything because I've either forgotten, or I've been distracted, or and then when I do this, when I make a video, the second I start recording, everything starts to become complicated for some reason. You got this area here, maybe. I'm sure that this is related to this. But you can see what I'm talking about. Look at here's Iceland. You see these marks? They all seem to be turbulence going around Iceland. And you can even see the slide marks here, basically. and I guarantee that under further investigation I will line these up with features on this lit overlay. They're gonna match. They always do. That's the thing about this is how I know it's the truth, is because I don't have to do very much work. I just start overlaying it and things line up, and they line up because this is the truth. If there was nothing to this, then none of this stuff would ever line up and you would never hear anything from me. I mean, I even wondered, like, maybe everything does this, but it doesn't. It does this because it's related. And I encourage anybody to do their own overlays. Take an image off of Google Earth and overlay the North and South Pole, and you're going to find, you might have to reverse it, but it will fit the other way too. For some reason, this is flipping. And look at it for yourself. When you do it yourself, it really stands out. It's hard to explain it, but it stands out when you do it yourself. It's 100 times better than what I can show you. That I promise. Because then you move it around and you get to see what lines up. And this is my evidence for plate or tectonics Bigfoot. And there's hundreds of pieces of more evidence here that I can't even show you because I don't have time, and I'm sure you don't want to sit through a long video. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut this from here. And if you have any questions and you want me to do a different area, or you want me to line something else up for you, or whatever, just put it in the comment and I'll do it. And by the way, I'm having trouble with YouTube for some reason. When I click on my own links, it tells me the video is deleted, but it will play the audio. I'll hear the audio of my own video, but it will have a deleted picture on the screen. I don't get what they're doing, but I think they're messing with my account. I'm starting to wonder, unless this is happening to everybody. Alright, well, thanks for watching, guys.